Why, hello everybody, Diablo here, and we're back for another episode in the Collection of Absence series. Now, I know what you're thinking. Whoa, this is like 50 minutes long. Diablo, what are you thinking? The last one was like 3 minutes. Well, it's fine. This was a very, very, very long amount of footage. Like, it was like 3 hours, and I shortened it to 51 minutes and some change. So you better thank me. And I'm really happy to be back. It's been a while. I know it's been like a month. I've been doing stuff with my life. I'll talk about it in the next video I upload, which should be for Honor. And then I'll probably do another collection of absence. But right now in the game, I am checking my defenses. It is Horde Night in the zombie apocalypse. Every 7 days, hence the name 7 Days to Die, is when a zombie horde comes. Dozens and dozens of teeming zombies ready to eat you and drink your blood rush at you. Pretty much what I did is I took an abandoned log and stone cabin, and in the last like day or two, I cut off at the second story. I blocked the stairs, and I reinforced it all with cement and cobblestone, as you can probably see. But you can kind of tell where the original parts break off and where my parts begin because it looks different. And right here is when I realized, wait, they might be able to get in if they jump in this way. So I'm like, well, that's no good. So I start to shore up my defenses a bit more. And then I take out my axe and I start whacking it, whack, 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 whack. And it's cobblestone now. Then I get the other ones, which I need to do a little bit of hardcore parkour, if you will. And I start whacking them. Now that is some good stuff. Pretty much, you get cobblestone. Well, there's several tiers of materials, but since the frames I have are cobblestone, you take cobblestone, then you get cement, and then so on and so forth, and then until you have the strongest material, which is like forged steel. I think it's been a while. Like I have like 3 recordings of this, but I'm only gonna upload this one because one, this took weeks. Like I can't even count the amount of hours I spent on this video on my hands. I would need my hands and my toes. I spent double digits hours on this video, which is really sad to think about. But you know what? It is what it is. As you can see, I'm still shoring up my defenses. And if I ever go into my inventory again, we'll do a bullet count. Actually, no, you can see I have 878 plus 15, which is 893, I believe. So I have 893 9mm bullets, and as you can see, there's a time lapse. So now let me explain the time lapses. This was so long, I didn't want there to be a bunch of cuts and have it be super choppy. So I just put a bunch of time lapses. So remember, I had 893 bullets. Let's see how low that gets in a bit. I won't actually do the math, but I'll have future me put it up there. You will, right? Thanks, bro. So right now I'm just looking around, making sure nothing's out there, and trying to make sure I am alive. I look at my map, there's me, then there's my bike in my house. My bike isn't really built. But just like that, music starts, and then it begins. But you see, past me took a little bit of a water break, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a coffee break. Fan filled a little tistic coffee. I don't even know what that means. But as you can see, I'm looking around. Possibly something's gonna happen. Then I hear something, and then I see my first zombie, and then I shoot the zombie. But pretty much, yeah, there's several different types of zombies. There's like these soccer moms, and there's the nurses, and some fat guys, and some of them are even on fire. There's even one that's super scary, but I didn't see that till weeks after this, and it wasn't even in the horde. A screamer called it, and yes, there are screamers. But you see, other than the super strong fortified cobblestone and cement, I also have these wooden spikes, which the zombies injure themselves on and potentially kill themselves on and cripple themselves. But as you saw, I had some stun damage right there, and I feel like I need to wait. Before we go, I should explain pistols. Okay, my pistol's now level 13. Keep track of that. We're gonna have a pistol count. That was pistol level up 1, from 12 to 13. But stun. Okay, so there's like 3 times damage if you stun an enemy, and you stun them by doing damage or hitting them in like a specific spot. Or is it just regular chance at hitting them anywhere? But as you can see, I have them in a funnel right here with my 9mm. I have a flashlight on my 9mm, and it's like, so it's fully customized. It's not super high level. If you want to know what the highest level, like the max level weapon in this game is, it's 600. And right now my pistol hit 14, so that's another level up, as you probably saw. some more stun damage, all these different types of zombies trying to get in. You know, I'm scared at this point, and actually no, I'm kind of terrified, but I'm not level 33. Let's also have a character level up if we can, future me. So we'll have my like a player count level up too. Ooh. So as you can see, this is going very swimmingly. And my pistol is leveled up again. I don't know if my audio is perfectly with the game, because like my controllers that I'm using right now is kind of buggy. Actually, you know what? When it hits 6 minutes, actually no, I searched for my other controller. I don't know where it is. It's just kind of Houdini'd on me. So I guess I'm stuck with this one, which is fine. But as you can see, I keep funneling them. They're on crack, as you can guess. That's an actual tweaker zombie right there who's crippled. Yep, he's kind of glitchy. Oh, also, it started snowing, which is a good and bad thing. I'll explain the good thing first, and I'll explain the bad thing later. You'll see why it's bad later. Or will you? I don't remember. I don't remember if that's this recording, but it's fine. My pistol's leveled up again. But the good thing about snow, the very good thing about snow, is that you can more easily see the zombies outline, because this game is really dark. Like this is like the brightness all the way up. This game is really, really dark. And it's a challenge playing the game, because it's so dark, and then it's really unforgiving. Like, it looks easy from what I'm doing in the game, but that's because I prepared so much for this. Oh, so much. And I really I put so much time in this game, and it's weird to think about how much time I put in. And then I drink some water in the game, so I'm gonna follow suit IRL. Good coffee and good water in game. Delicioso, as Dora would say. I say that even. I don't know why I say things like this. But, you see, as you can see, only 37 minutes have passed in this game. I have to survive for 6 hours. And the reason why it's so long is that the base time, I'm pretty sure, for a day in the game is 30 hours. I mean, 30 minutes for a 24-hour cycle. But I have it set to 2 hours, so it's 4 times longer. So rather than survive for, let's say, what, like 8 minutes? 10 minutes? Yeah, let's just say 8. Rather than survive for 8 minutes, I have to survive for 30 minutes. Which makes it a bit harder, but it also means that I had longer to prepare. So it's kind of like a sacrifice. You get like 4 times longer to prepare, but you have to survive 4 times longer. You see, it's all about equal exchange. That one scientist was onto something. I don't know what scientist that was. Newton, Einstein, who knows? But 50 minutes have passed in game, and then, ooh, a big ol' zombie comes. He's pretty tall. He's like, I'd say he's like 6'6". Then he kills himself on the spikes. A reload. Honestly, I have no idea if I'm on track with the video. I shouldn't be that far off, but hopefully I'm not like 10, 15 seconds off, you know? Like, I should only be like, if any, like a second or two, but it should be fun. And I leveled up again, I'm level 34, 45 skill points to spend. So if you do some basic math, you can guess that I've been in this game for about 13, 12 hours, which is a lot. But this isn't my first time playing in the game, but it's my first time getting this far. You see, every other time I played the game, I had a real hard time. Like, even on the easiest difficulty, it's really unforgiving. I just got real lucky this run, and plus I put, like, actual thought into it, didn't just, like, stupid my way through this game like I do every other game. But I actually put thought into it, and, like, not, like, I didn't go into it with a plan, like, beforehand, because I didn't remember the game well enough. I think I played it, like, 2 or 3 times before this, off and on, for the past couple of years. And this video was recorded maybe 4 months ago. Okay, my headset turned off, and I don't know why that was. Well, actually, I do. It's because, you see, I can't actually hear anything that's going on in the game, because I don't... I know it's stupid, but I'm unable to do it a different way, so I have to record my audio and uh my video on the same thing. So I actually have two, I have an entire like another video of me talking, like of me watching the video, if that makes sense. But because I don't want to mix my audio with the game audio, I choose not to listen to anything while I record my audio, like my voice audio. That makes sense? So like you guys can hear the game, but I cannot because I have two different layers. Like there's my the video of me speaking over the video with my voice, and then there's the video of the actual game. And at well, yeah, you guys are smart. You figured it out. But pretty much, yeah, that's what happened. Uh, so I'm losing myself. There's a crippled guy. I shoot him now in the head. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. But I feel like I should explain the skill. Okay, what am I doing? Uh, looking at my bullets. Ooh, guy comes. Okay, I'm going to explain the skills. So, when you level up, you get skill points. But if some skills you can like acquire naturally through just playing the game. Like let's say, like how I'm using my pistol. Like I can get better. Like my skill level can go up with my pistol by just using it. Alternatively, I can make it a bit quicker by putting skill points into the pistol. As you can see here, there's durability to the pistol. Just because one part is broken, as long as there's, other than the flashlight, because that doesn't technically count as a pistol part, it's an attachment. But as long as one part is working, that means there's a positive durability on the pistol. So the pistol will continue to work even if all the other parts are broken. Then I can just use some repair kits on the pistol. So that's how the weapon stuff works. And that's why, uh, even though several parts are broken, I'm still able to use the pistol. I don't know if you guys can tell, maybe you've heard some paper, but I have a very basic script, like timestamps and what happens, what I should say. I'm not following it that well, to be honest. Like like the first 15 minutes are so like at the first 5 minutes there's like 50, and then like the last 30 minutes there's like 3. So during like this first bit is so much more hectic than everything else. And it's understandable why. It makes sense, but just so much more hectic. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Right now I went AFK. I don't remember why. Oh, I do remember why actually. You see, I was making a banger tweet, and I am going to put it up right now. You see this banger tweet? Yeah, I wrote that right here, right then. And it is a banger tweet. It's not that good. But as you can see on the left side, I am hungry in the game. And I have 25% hunger. So, as you can see, I've gone through a couple hundred rounds. But then I eat my boiled meat, which I prefer boiled meat over like grilled meat, because boiled meat, well, one, you find pots easier. Two, I'm pretty sure it gives like the same stuff, but it doesn't take away water. And plus, it doesn't smell as much, because the zombies, you see how there's like a little nose icon? The zombies can smell the meat, but raw meat smells the most, while boiled meat of all the cooked meats smells the least. Plus, it's just really good to eat. So that's why I prefer spoiled meat. And as you can see here, I pulled out my bow, and I'm showing off the different ammo types. Like, not all guns have different alternative ammo types, but the bow has like the regular like flint arrows I'm using. That's iron arrows. Then there's steel arrows and like fire arrows. Like my pistol doesn't have alternative bullets in this version of the game, I should state. But like the shotgun has like regular buckshot and then slugs, I'm pretty sure. And I think that's the only alternative bullet in the game. I'm not positive. Because I'm playing this on PlayStation. As you have all probably realized, I record the majority of my videos on PlayStation. And because of that, they haven't updated 7 Days to Die on console in years. And if you think I'm making oh, by the way, I'm freezing right here. So I have to make a fire. So let's just see how many times I pass by the fire because I'm stupid. Because I'm trying to build a fire. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I passed by the fire 8 times before realizing it was there. But what was I talking about? I was talking about something important. Oh yeah, they haven't updated the console version of 7 Days to Die in years. If you want a perspective, it's been out. 7 Days to Die has been out for what, 8, 9 years? On console, wait no, on PC, they just released Alpha 21. I'm pretty sure. On console, at least on PlayStation, we are currently in Alpha 13. We are 8 alphas behind. And I drink some water, so I'm gonna drink some coffee in real life. Double sip, great coffee. Gonna eat me some boiled meat, get my food up, and since I have the fire now, I am no longer freezing. Yeah, it was a real big problem because I forgot, well, I didn't account for snow because like I'll overheat if I have my jacket on, usually, but I didn't count for being in snow all night. So I actually started losing cold. Something stupid that happened is later on in the game when I went to the cold, like the frozen region that's always snowy, it was cold, so even with my jacket on, so I was losing temperature just like here. But I had a t-shirt on, so I took off the t-shirt and became shirtless to warm up, which I think is stupid, but that's how the stats of this game work. So right now I'm just surveying the area, doing that, all that, being responsible, if you could call it that, and trying to stay warm, kind of going through my inventory because I got nothing better to do, and checking my bullets, my materials, seeing like if like another wave hit me, what would happen. Right now it's not that bad, so I'm just big chilling, you know. And I continue to. It's not gonna get very hectic if I'm being honest. From this point on, nothing really hectic happens because for the most part, the horde is over. I'm pretty sure. There might be like a couple more stragglers, but I'm pretty sure there won't be any more like big groups, is what I'm saying. So if you just came to see absolute carnage, then it's perfectly fine if you click off now. I'm fine with that. But if you enjoy and you would like just like hear my voice, you can keep watching. If you guys are wondering why I keep stuttering, it's because I'm trying to follow the script, so I look down and I'm trying to find where I am. Oh, right here, the snow stops. Well, it starts melting, and right then it stops. And because of that, I start to warm up, which I do not realize yet. Oh yeah, also, you might have realized earlier that I've been making sure not to get myself up to 100 food exactly, and you might have also heard that demon noise like 8 seconds ago. I have that written down. But you might notice that I'm not eating myself to 100% because if you go to 100%, then you stay at 100% for a while because you're full. But I'll explain that later. But right now we have skills, and as you can see, like these fast eddying quality Joe, those skills are ones that you can't earn. But like these other ones that you see, like the red bar, that's my XP in that skill, and you can upgrade those. You can upgrade those just by using them, like weaponsmithing by making melee weapons, and gunsmithing by making guns, and like athletics by running, barter by bartering. But some of them, like Secret Stash and the Camel and the Survivor and Quicker Crafting, the Fixer, Knife Guy, Decapitationer, like all the ones you see up there right now, those are skills that you can only buy. But right now I'm buying barter because that's just gonna help me out. And like, let's be honest, I love bartering in games. I don't know why. It's like an addiction. I think I'm just money hungry, but it's fine. Did I just bark? I was gonna say everything, but I didn't know if I wanted to keep talking. But back to what I was saying. Well, before I go to say anything else, as you can see, the wood has like a timer. Like it's only gonna last like 10 more minutes from what I see. Sorry about that. My headset died again. I want you see if it has no sound. I have an idea. Hold on, let me check something real quick. The second it hits 20 minutes, I'll check something. you guys thought you weren't gonna get pauses because it's not live. You're wrong. Okay, sorry about that. I did a little bit of test of a test, and right now to make sure my headset doesn't die, I have a very silent Goblin Slayer main theme playing in Spotify in the background, just very silently on my headset. So I can kind of hear the Goblin Slayer main theme, which is awesome. It's just in my head constantly. I love that song. I love that show so much. It's one of my top 10 favorite anime of all time, if I'm being honest. But right now, I'm in my map, alright? And I'm trying to show off my treasures. You see, I have to find treasures too. So there's a treasure there in like this grassy, like dark grassy area. That's, yeah, it's like kind of dry grass. And then over here, which I have never been before, well, I have now, future me, me. But the me playing past me has, wait, hold on, give me a second. Sorry about that, everybody. Uh, I on Spotify, messing up my words now. My uh, on Spotify, a random like song started playing. It was about like Yujiro Hanma because I forgot to put the Goblin Slayer main theme on loop. But now it's back on Goblin Slayer. We don't need to hear any of that. Well, I don't need to hear any of that. So right now I'm just checking around, making sure there's no unwanted people on the edge of my base. I take off my jacket, doing a little jacket test, if you will. And yes, I am cooling down when I take off my jacket, which is good. Because that jacket adds like plus 30 degrees Fahrenheit, which should be about, what, 17, 16 Celsius? I'm not, just quick conversions. It's not perfect, but it's usable. So, right now I'm just looking through menus, I'm bored, I'm tired. Did I talk about the food? No, I did not. I've been trying to talk about that for like 5 minutes now. But pretty much the food. The reason why I haven't been eating to 100% is because if you do 100%, you get full and your food doesn't go down for a while. And I want to eat as much as possible because the food I give gives plus wellness. And wellness, each time it goes up, it ups your stats, like your health and your stamina, as you can see at the bottom left. See, it's 124. That's because of my wellness. It also drops when you die, which I never died yet in this series. Well, I will, but not how you think. Trust me when I say it's not how you think. It's from I've died 3 times, I'm pretty sure. It's like day 30, but in my current save, and I've died 3 times, and each time was to landmines, never to zombies. But right now I'm just taking in the carnage. I did so much damage. I'm just admiring my handiwork, if you will, because let's be honest, I pumped a lot of bullets out. There a lot. So much so that, as you can see, like several dozen dead zombies. And the reason why their corpses are like that is because, so there aren't a bunch of entities in the world, it makes them into blocks, I'm pretty sure, so it stops lag. I'm not a game developer, but I know basic coding and what PCs don't like, and they don't like a bunch of entities. So them making the zombies into a block is actually really smart. That's just game talk. You guys don't really care about game talk, do you? What you want to see is me looking at the lamppost and me running around like a crackhead and taking the dead bodies again. As you can see, there's a lamp. I didn't destroy the house entirely. I just kind of excavated it down. I'm kind of just walking around, messing. I got nothing to do. I'm teabagging. But then I realized it said hunted. And I made a hypothesis, if you will. My hypothesis was if it's hunted, then there's still alive zombies. Like they still might be sending 1 or 2 after you. Like, so my hypothesis was that there's probably a crawler or something stuck somewhere. So I'm pretty sure I'm right about this, and I've proved it later Horde nights by killing all the zombies. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like a zombie or 2 that just doesn't know how to get to me, or is really slow. So that's what's happening there. And right now I'm just running around like the crackhead I am. And then I get the genius idea. Did they damage the base? So I start taking out well, it's an axe, but I called it a hammer earlier. So I take out my hammer, my axe, and I start you can hear that annoying sound probably, but I can't, luckily. But you can. What does it sound like to you? Post in the comments what it sounds like. But yeah, I was just trying to see if there was any damage. I'm checking out my stats, and my temperature is actually perfectly level, which is great. But as you can see, my wellness is 124 to 200, and my food and water are not max. It's always good to get your water max, but you never want to get your food max if you're in a mindset of constant improvement in the game, because you always want to get your health and stamina up as quick as possible, because it takes forever. But over there, you see Trader Joel. That's the main trader that I go to, because as you can see, it's pretty close to my base. I can walk there. Then there's me and my base. And then you can see that's Trader Rekt, R-E-K-T. That's where I spawned. And I went from the spawn, and I walked over to Trader Rekt, because I was just doing like when you start, you get missions. I went over to Trader Rekt from spawn, and then I said hi and did all that because he was the closest trader, and that's like the last main mission. Then it's just like new objective, survive. So I went over here, and I found myself on the main road, and I crossed that bridge. I think I killed the boar, maybe. I definitely killed a zombie. I've killed a few zombies there at working stiffs, and that's what really got me started. I found some tools which really helped me, like an axe and a pickaxe. Then I went and looted this place, and I think I found a gun in that house. Well, not, and there's the hospital right there. That's where I got a bunch of medical supplies, and that's why I'm alive. So I took that road south, and then I went off-road. I kind of swam through the river, and then I found this little burnt town. Remember, at this point I had a gun, so I found this burnt town, and I found some extra gun parts, which I think I later sold to Trader Rekt. And then I went kind of northish to, I think, there, where I'm pointing right now. And that's where I stayed night 2, because night 1 I stayed in working stiffs. So then I made my... Yep, as you can see, I'm trying to map out where I went. My little monkey brain. So I made my way through, not even caring about the road, so I got to this dirt road. So what am I doing? I don't even understand what I myself am doing. Remember, this was months ago when I recorded this. So I walked over to where I called myself a base, and it's like a little fishing shack, and I'm like, you know what? I could use this. Plus, there's well, because right there where I'm circling there's a treasure map, and I found it in my first treasure test, I believe. It was my first anyway. So then I found my little fishing hut, and I made it my base. Right now I'm just bored, to be honest. I'm just walking around. I got nothing better to do, to be honest. Like, I literally made a tweet earlier, if you remember correctly. And so I was just memeing. I really had nothing better to do. I was looking at my stats here, and just again, looking at my temperature and all the other things. As you can see, my clothing also gets stats, and as you can see, that's my jacket, which is level 90, which isn't amazing, but it works. It's pretty good. It's really good for insulation. It gives decent armor and stuff. Plus, it has decent sell price, especially if you have the bartering skill, so it comes in handy. I think I took a coffee sip there, so I'm I spilled a little bit. Very delicious. I don't think I'll record my next video today. I think I'll wait a couple minutes. I mean, I think I'll wait till tomorrow. Because, I don't want to, do all that. Because I don't have time to be... Actually, I might have time. What is it, 2? Maybe. Yeah, I have time. I can do it. I can record a 4-hour video. It shouldn't be that hard. So, I have some bottled water in game, just messing around. I have nothing better to do. I'm just scared enough that I don't want to go down. As you can see, I did the math, and I calculated that I would only have 90%, 97% food if I ate, so I did that. I'm pretty sure all food heals you, but cooked food heals you a lot more, especially high-quality cooked food like the boiled meat. And, I'm just big chillin'. I have nothing better to do. I'm watching the sunrise. I calculated that the med kit took up the least space, so I wanted to be cinematic, so I had the med kit out, and just like that, the music plays. Isn't it beautiful? such hope, such happiness. It just brings tears to my eyes, even though I can't hear it right now. But I can't remember what it sounds like either, but I remember it's good. You guys heard it. You guys know it's good. I don't. I'm just remembering that it's good. But as you can see, I am a little bit of what you would call a loot goblin. So, but then a zombie comes, and I kill her. Oh, wait, oh no, I don't. I missed. I kill her. Lined up the shot. I am now level 17 with pistols. Future me. How many pistol level ups is that? Like 5? Thank you. Okay. So I begin my loot goblining, and here is where it's bad to have snow, because it makes it very hard to loot goblin. But I had a strategy. A stratagem, if you will. I was... Well, some of them you can see poking out, but not all of them. Some of them had really good stuff, like those ammo I just found. Some of them, not so much. The best thing you can find on them is treasure maps. Second best thing I'd probably say is challenges, because challenges can give you skill points. But the best thing you can find on them is treasure maps, and treasure maps give great loot. Vitamins I like to eat because they give 0.5 base wellness, and I'm not completely sure how it works, but I'm pretty sure wellness, like, it scales, so if it's below 100, that 0.5 wellness will actually be a little bit more, and if it's above 100, it'll be less. So I have to eat more to get my wellness up. Does that make sense? But pretty much, I'm literally, like, feeling it out. I'm walking on the zombies, and if my walking slows down, I'm like, ooh, there's a zombie there. That's how I can tell. Also, you kind of get, like, a little speed bump. You see, all these sandwiches I'm leaving on the ground are actually really useful. I just don't realize it yet, because I'm not far enough in the game. And I found some medical stuff there, which I do not need. Trust me, I'm so much further into the game. And I use a lot more medkits now because I just go zombie well, I haven't played in like a month, but I would just go zombie hunting, so I use a lot more medkits now. But I just have so many and so much bullets that I just don't know what to do. As you can see here, there's a little bit of there's a cut there, but I'm building a mini bike. Right now, it's not even built. It's all like brown, low-level parts. I'm pretty sure each level is another color. So between 1 and 99 is like brownish, beige. Uh, like 100 through like 199 is dark green. Then 200 is like yellow. No, it's light green. 100 is 100 is what is 100? It's orange. Okay, if you look at the boat, 100 is orange. 200s are like a nasty green. 300 is uh a bright green. 400 is blue. 500 through 6 to the max level 600 is pinkish purple. So later on in the game, well, as you can see, I'm storing everything right now because I don't need all this stuff. Plus, I'm gonna go back and grab more stuff. But all of my gear later in the game, like, well, not all of it, but I've gotten to the point later in the game that I'm literally just going zombie hunting. Surviving just becomes easy. So rather than, surviving, I'm going zombie hunting, just to get my zombie kills up because, that's an achievement slash trophy. So I am like I have I've been had a max level pistol. It's level 600. I don't use it anymore. I have like a level 400 Magnum. I have like a max level sniper rifle, an almost max level shotgun, an almost max level sawed-off shotgun, a almost no, I have a max level no, it's like level 580 SMG, I think. Pretty I have like a level 500 something sledgehammer. Pretty much later in the game I become amazing, and I am now God. I have like a level 400 rocket launcher. And you know how I managed to acquire all this stuff? Treasure maps and trading. That's how you become God. Treasure maps, trading, and training. But as you can see here, there's another slight cut. There aren't many. I think those are like the only two. And in very quick 4, maybe 8 times speed, I think it's 4 times speed, I am running to the trader, as you can see on the minimap. And if you look farther on the minimap, you see those little dots, those white dots? That is well, those are the treasure maps. But I was confused. I was like, why am I being pushed back? Why is this happening? This has never happened before. What is this deja vu? But as you look at my stats, I have like 188 zombie kills, which is nothing. I have like well over 1,000 now. But I'm so confused because I keep getting pushed back, and I just keep trying over and over again, expecting a different result. Pretty much the definition of insanity. So because I have nothing better to do, I start chopping trees because might as well be productive. But pretty much the reason why I of course replant the trees because team trees and everything. But the reason why it's not letting me in is because it opens at 6:05. As you heard, the trader is now open because that is Trader Joel. I love that boy. That man, I should say. I'm pretty sure he's my twin in game, not IRL. I don't know if you guys saw my character. I'm pretty sure you did, but he's like this. He looks pretty much identical to Joel. But I'm so happy I got let in and survived. I started shooting my gun because I've never made it to day 7. 2, I've never survived a horde night. So I got very happy. So I started shooting my gun. I'm like, what should I buy? What should I buy? Also, as you can see, I have those extra gun parts. I didn't realize you can combine gun parts to increase their durability, 2, increase their level, which is amazing, by the way. But I didn't realize that. So I'm selling these gun and these gun parts. But to be fair, by the next horde, I think I only used the pistol for 1, maybe 2 more horde nights. I don't, not even use it. I don't think I use it. I think I just have it in my inventory, just in case. Worst case scenario, I go through thousands of rounds. I need my pistol now. That's pretty much the idea I had. I'm looking at these parts though. I'm like, ooh, shotgun stock. I love a shotgun. But you see, the difference between a sawed-off shotgun and a regular shotgun is like 2 parts. It's like the barrel and the stock. So that's for a full shotgun, which is harder to make, and at random time lapse. And I just quickly go through everything, and I start running again. It's time to get over to the treasure. So I'm running through the wilderness. I am almost out of coffee. But yeah, I start crossing the water, which is stupid in snow. But to be fair, I am going to a warmer area. Plus I have my jacket and stuff on. So as you can see, my temperature is increasing. That guy had some clothes that I might sell or scrap, so I took them. And here I am. I finally made it. As you can see, the blinking at the top, I made it to the treasure. And I am so happy. But then there's a zombie, as you guys probably heard. But I killed it. One more thing I should probably mention. If you notice that I have really bad hearing in this game, it's because at the time I had a broken headset. So I could only hear out of one ear. So it was like I was deaf in one ear. But this digging took a long time. Like a long time. I want you all to guess how much of a time lapse this is. This is a... Okay, what's your guess? Put it in the comments. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to tell you. This is a 64 times speed time lapse. Every second you see is over a minute. And if I look over at my script, with a 64 times time lapse, I was in this hole for 42 minutes and 52 seconds. That is a lot of holing. I probably put a meme up there. Probably about a dwarf or diggy hole or something like that. I don't know. But here I am digging. I'm getting tired. I've been in here for over half an hour, nearing 3/4 of an hour. I repair my shovel, because I know I have to get back to digging. I pull out my light, because the only way I can get light down here is with that gun. So I then find the treasure chest, and what do I find? 18,000 casino tokens and a level 128 AK-47 receiver. Long story short, 18,000 casino tokens is enough to buy you most things. Not everything, especially if you don't have the barter perk. But with the barter perk, you can buy most things. There are some things, max level things, that's just no. It's not going to work like that. As you can see there, the durability of the actual street was really tough, so I needed to find another way out. But if you wanted to buy a rocket launcher that's level 500, which I never found, by the way. The highest one I found was level 150, maybe 200. But if you want to buy one of those, it would cost 18,000, maybe a bit more. But I've made probably over 100,000 casino tokens, and I bought so many things. Like at the point of the game that I'm in now, it's not even just like I'm not surviving. I'm going out and killing zombies and also trying to maximize my efficiency with my mini bike being almost level 600 and all my like I have I think all military armor. I think I some like if I'm like doing farm, I keep my that's a spoiler, but I usually have a military helmet on if I'm gonna be doing some fighting, and I have a different helmet on that you'll see later that I use when just doing like menial tasks. But as you can see, drinking water because survival, eating food because survival. Did some math, made sure I wasn't gonna be too much. But found some eggs, which I need because eggs can make you like eggs and bacon or boiled eggs. I usually make eggs and bacon, or later on in the game I'll make blueberry pies because I start a mega farm. Well, not a mega farm, but like a 5x5 of every type of crop, which is a lot. I hear a zombie, so I kill it, and that's about the end of that. I'm actually gonna take a bathroom break, so I'll see you all, well, not in a bit. For you, it'll be immediately, but I'll be back in a bit, okay? Okay, guys, I am back, and it was a great bathroom break, but sadly, I found a treasure map, which is terrible, because I do not want to spend any more time in a hole. Said no man ever. But I was so sick of it. I I just didn't want to spend any more time digging around, but I did. I was a patient little boy. I spent more time. So as you can see, I'm just big chillin', walking around, going to my next treasure map, and I am just done. But lucky for me, I'm like, what? Is this one in the river or something? Because I was confused. I didn't understand. And yes, it was in the river, and I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna be like drowning while I'm digging. But I learned something. If it's in, it has like like the box has like a certain depth, and you can kind of like guess where it is, especially if you have a perk. But if it's in the river or like a lake, that's usually a good thing because, you can find it easier and you don't have to dig. Or if you do, it's not that much. Which I am very happy about, and I was ecstatic about it back then. I didn't see what I got, but you guys did. And if you want to know what I got, you can just turn back. Pretty much gun parts, you usually need 4 parts for each different type of weapon, and plus you can put a flashlight on them. The level of the flashlight doesn't really matter, to be honest. It's just for aesthetic. It doesn't change the level, doesn't do anything to durability. Level of the flashlight on the gun. Like if the flashlight's on the gun, it'll never lose durability, pretty much. And because of that, you'll never have to change the flashlight or anything like that. But later on in the game, I have so little, like I have so much money and nothing to do with it. So I'm literally just like maximizing the level of the flashlight on my guns, which is completely useless and there's no point of it, but I'm doing it. And I heard a zombie, and there he was. But what makes this zombie significant is one, it was like one of the cleanest kills you guys have ever saw. Two, I was wrong. Well, one, I leveled up, which is good. But I thought I found another treasure map in that zombie. I don't know why. So I'm looking through my skills, and I realized treasure hunter. That's what I need desperately. Imagine how much less time that I would have spent in that hole if I had that perk. Like at the point of the game I am now, I have all 3 of that perk. It's not even a question. It's just like no, I'm never doing that again. Like sometimes I spend like 10, 15 minutes in the hole. I just killed a deer. I think I leveled up again. I don't know. Future me, you'll have to check, but yeah. I think I'll upload this video today. Cause my time zone is a good one. I like my time zone. It's one of the middle ones. So because of that, since it's not on the East Coast or the West Coast, it's easier to like make other people's schedules go with mine. Cause I know I have viewers on the East Coast, on the West Coast, in the middle, like of the country. Cause it's not that hard to guess I'm American. And I think I have a couple viewers out of country as well. If you're not from America or not in America, I say so. You know what? Just so you know, if anyone's a small YouTuber and they want to collab with me, it's not that hard. Just ask. I don't collab with like I don't have people on my channel, but I'm often on other people's channels, and I really don't mind it. And I'm more than happy to be on other people's channels. I've done it several times, and you might even be able to find me on other people's channels. But I really want this mining helmet right here. So I made some room by getting rid of the bones, and I take the mining helmet and I wear it. And this is good because remember how I spent all that time in the hole and I had to keep switching to my gun to see? Well, the mining helmet has a built-in light. It's not as bright as the gun light, but on the bright side, on the bright side, it isn't blindingly bright like the gun is, which is a good thing. It makes it feel more natural. But now treasure won't be as hard, and plus I can see dark areas more easily without taking my gun out, which is great. Because I didn't start farming yet, but oh, I just learned hopseed. I think I wanted to make beer. I didn't do it until like much later in the game, but I knew I wanted to do that. Plus I had extra money. I was like, so I wanted to spend it. I saw these goggles. I'm like, you know what? I want those goggles. Those are my goggles. Those goggles speak to me. Those are mine. Guess what? I bought the goggles. It's because I didn't need the cool guy shades anymore. I look like I look like a mole person. To be honest, I do not look like a regular human being. I definitely look like a mole person or something, which is to be expected, I guess. But you know, it's just kind of funny. Actually, will I be able to upload this sometime? I do need to make some edits and stuff. Yeah, I should be able to do it. I'm emptying my inventory from the treasure hunting, putting everything in the right chest, because I try to be organized. Like I have a bunch of different like materials. I have eggs. I have bullets. I have gun parts. Almost completed sawed off. Almost. I also have my pistol. I have my baton, which I don't think I used. I stopped using it later in the game because one, it's a blunt weapon, and two, I'm pretty sure that the sledgehammer also counts as a blunt weapon, even though it's also a tool. So the sledgehammer like does a bunch of damage to like metal things, and on top of that, it does a bunch of damage to zombies. So it's just generally good, but I usually don't use it for melee combat. I usually use a knife, because as you can see, I have a knife on me, but I don't really use it for combat yet, because I didn't realize that the knife, if you use it on zombies, it gets your bladed weapons up. Plus, I'm an edgelord, and I really wanted to use a knife. But as you can see, at this point in the game, everything is useful to me. Like, I will not leave anything behind. I am the absolute purest uh, loot goblin you can see. If you saw that, I got some BDU pants, which usually I don't know acronyms, but BDU stands for Battle Dress Uniform. I know a lot of military slang terms and all that. So yeah, BDU stands for Battle Dress Uniform, in case you're wondering. Not many people know that. But you see, because that door had iron reinforcements, I used my pickaxe, then my axe. And then there's a safe, so I just kind of with my pickaxe, as you can see, because the safe takes forever. That's why I love this sledgehammer, because I can, with my like level 500 something sledgehammer and my skill with the weapon, well, with the blunt weapons, I can get in super easily. But just like that, I found a sawed-off shotgun, which I will definitely be using, 4 shells, and a shotgun long barrel, which is all great. I will be using. You see, I don't think I've wasted anything in the game yet, other than things that really, really, really don't matter. Like glass. Glass is a renewable resource for some reason. Kind of. Like, you'll just find it, like, in, like, garbage and stuff. And garbage, as long as you don't destroy the garbage, it'll respawn after a couple days. Like, that's what containers do in the game. As long as you emptied it, it'll respawn after a couple days. But a little, like, secret is if you didn't empty it, and you forgot, and you didn't know that, and then you empty it at a later date, because it's been so long, once you empty it again, and if you can go back in it, and there'll be more loot. That's a loot section right there. As you can see, I'm like switching out my weapon parts for better weapon parts, and I realized that I couldn't put the shotgun stock on the sawed-off shotgun because I had the sawed-off shotgun short barrel, and those two parts didn't go together. So as you can see here, I'm trying to figure out how to make shotgun stuff, and it's a lot easier. I learned that it's a lot easier for me to make slugs than shells for some reason, which doesn't make sense because slugs are better in the game, I'm pretty sure, and in just real life. But yeah, I'm pretty much just messing around. I don't remember what I'm doing at this point. I think I'm just prolonging it. But we're getting towards our end of the video, and it's been fun. But I'm just looking through bird nests, messing around. I got nothing better to do, as I've said 17 times. At least the coffee's been good, and I've narrated a lot of it. Good coffee. I really hope you all enjoyed, though. I spent a lot of time on this video, I think like 16 hours, and it's been a long time. I'm sorry it took so long to come out, but I've been busy IRL. I'll talk about that in the next video that comes out, which I think will be For Honor. But, anyways, like always, it's been a pleasure. I have been your host, Diablo, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!